Hello to my Geminis. All right, Geminis, let's get right into it. So the moon has moved into your sign, Geminis. The moon is a waning crescent moon in your sign. This video is for the 23rd through the 30th of June, even though these videos are timeless. And that could affect your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your bronchial tubes, and also your lungs. And so we're headed towards this new moon in Cancer on the 25th, right? And so this Cancer is the mother and money sign of the zodiac. And so this is about heart chakra, right? Like really making sure as you're moving towards nurturing yourself, you're just like cleansing your heart, right? Making connections, like making the connection, balancing things out, like not holding things in your heart, like holding on to things, not making a connection with um, things that may not have, maybe things that you may not have been like holding on to unforgiveness when it comes to things, like not making a connection with maybe something that from the solar plexus chakra up to the heart chakra. You may have been told a lie about something and didn't know it, and you may have been holding on to something that you thought was a truth and was not a truth. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I inhale peace and exhale anxiety, right? Inhale peace and exhale anxiety. Yep. Let's get into it. All right. Let's get into some positivity. Let me give you some questions. So for those of you who've been following my channel for quite some time, you know that we always have questions in the reading. Your sign rules third house. So I'm talking to you wherever Gemini is in your birth chart. It doesn't have to be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but wherever Gemini is in your birth chart. Inhale peace and exhale anxiety. Yeah, because I feel like you're going to learn something that you may not have known. You're going to learn something. So inhale peace, exhale anxiety. 555. Source is trying to expand your thoughts. You may be learning something about two energies, right? So that you can close something out. Consider a new perspective. A simple change in perspective will shed light on the situation before you. You had some feelings about something, about two energies that you were kind of stuck on, that number 5 there. A simple change in perspective will shed light on the situation before you. Open your mind to hearing and seeing new interpretations of what you are currently dealing with. Your angels will work through curiosity, inspiration, and even other people to relay their message. Write down all your inspired thoughts in this moment, no matter how inconsequential you may think they are. So you're learning how to expand your thoughts, which I don't think that'll be difficult for Gemini because you all are mutable signs. And you're highly adaptable. Yeah, highly adaptable. You're ruled by Mercury, the communication messenger planet, and it's the knowledge and learning planet, right? So somebody's open to learning new things, Looks like in terms of like the 5th house, something around romance, something around creativity, children, projects, fun, self-expression, hobbies, what makes you feel good. Somebody may be learning something around marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and enemies that you may not have known about, right? So you're learning how to consider a new perspective on some things. Okay? All righty. Let's get into it. Let's start out with some questions. Somebody had a feeling about something, but may not have been sure about some things. Here's some questions for you all. Like I said, I usually have questions for everybody, but sometimes I don't speak the questions out in my readings because, I already pray for them before I even turn the camera on and I lay it out and I'm just laying out a story, right? Because I already asked the questions. But here's the questions for those of you who like to write questions down. First question is, do you feel there's an area of your work, your life in need of radical change, like your work, your relationships, well-being, and home life? Second question is, what's getting in the way of you changing your story? Second question is, how could you inject more childlike curiosity into your life? Fourth question is, who are the 5 people you could get in touch with who could help you on your journey, right? So a moon in Gemini is playful, is creative, is curious, is interested, is hungry for life, eager for taste of all of its aspects, one with the need to explore many paths simultaneously, being guided by what feels most fun. Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's get into it. All right, here was the Hierophant card. Possibly something about a Taurus or an organization, possibly a religious organization. You have an innate spiritual understanding of the material world, kind of like how people are kind of structured or built, right? Um, Something having to do with the second house, possibly around personal resources, money habits, possessions, values, financial security, self worth, income. So that's how your income, inhaling peace and exhaling some kind of anxiety around something, and started learning how to expand your thoughts. Because I feel like you know how, like, something was done possibly in court. Here's a 7 is a justice card, and then the Hierophant card, which is second house. Justice card rules seventh house. You may be aware of something or becoming aware of something, that somebody was pulled into something. Here's a 5 of Cups here. Somebody could have been pulled into something, or you could have been pulled into something and were maybe not aware of something. Maybe someone was lamenting or crying or something. Somehow you could have been pulled into something that lowered 2 people's income, or their self-worth. Yeah, somebody could have been pulled into something. But something for sure was done behind some people's backs. Here we have the 6 of Cups here. That really caused somebody to really die on the inside. 2 energies to just really just kind of sort of die on the inside. 2 energies don't look like what they've been through. Um, so something is very reflective of that. Yeah, something is very reflective of that. And I say that because of water. Seeing water here in the cards. Here's the King of Cups here. So emotionally, it's like as soon as somebody walked in a door, somebody was pulled into something. Somebody was blindsided by something. As soon as they walked through a door by 2 people, they were blindsided by something. So you're inhaling peace and exhaling some kind of anxiety about a situation. Yeah, somebody was sucked into something that made them cry. Here's the 2 of Wands. Something was done behind someone's back while they were traveling, whether it was either locally or globally, right? That caused some people to not want to leave the house. That caused 2 people to not want to leave the house. So again, I'm saying knowledge and learning here. Knowledge and learning here. Someone either has a dog or had a dog. And because this is a Six of Cups here, somebody either grew up with dogs, because that's something that's nostalgic. Six of Cups is a nostalgic, it's like a card that's nostalgic. Somebody grew up in the house with dogs, right? And here's a Chariot card. Somebody's mother grew up in the house with dogs. It can be your mother or someone's mother, but I'm talking to people's third house, whoever you are. Your sun, moon, rising, Venus doesn't have to be Gemini. I'm speaking to your third house. But something brought two people down to a lower frequency, just so two other people who, for them, it was just a transaction. It was just all about money. Here's the Nine of Wands because people thought somebody wasn't coming back. 2 and 9 is 11. 11 means some inspired action was taken behind someone's back, behind two people's back. Not only that, two people were separated, like pulled apart from each other, right? So either married in business or married in love. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so somebody's moon sign could be Taurus in this. The Taurus could be significant. Cancer could be significant in all of this. But something is closed out now, or it's closing out and being communicated in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, something with two dark magicians who want to drag somebody into something. We have the hangman here and sacrifice somebody after all the sacrifices have been made. The hangman. The hangman is Neptune, causing a lot of illusions and confusion around money. There's a Ace of Pentacles here. Ace would be like in the physical realm, but like number one. So something around like the first house, like personality, someone's temperament, like maybe thinking somebody was gonna react. Um, Something around money or money habits, or personality or somebody's temperament, because something having to do with money. Like somebody, because somebody's money was severely declined, like somebody was going to, a temper was going to come out of somebody, or somebody appearance was going to change, or their self-image was going to change, or people were going to get some kind of first impression of people, or their self-awareness was going to change, or some kind of outlook on life was going to change. Something like somebody was looking for some kind of physical change into energies with the Ace of Pentacles here, because an action was taken to lower two people's second house. And that's personal resources, their money habits, their possessions, financial security, self-worth, or their income, right? Trying to restrict two energies, trying to change their lives. Like the 2 and 8 is, and this is what you have in common with you and somebody have this in common with two energies. Uh, Swapping, destiny swapping. Like it's like two people took one look at you and someone else and assumed that your life was better than theirs. This is a married couple. A married couple took a look at you and someone else's life in an organization and thought that your life was better than theirs, and they just went right into thinking that they were going to lower your worth and someone else's worth to increase theirs. Y'all know what I'm saying, Gemini? It's almost like somebody saying, okay, in order to make themselves seem more favorable, they were going to say something, like talk negatively about you and someone else, right? Right. When in actuality, um, so if you're a religious energy, like a couple that's religious couple, um, because there's so many people who speak very highly. I know personally that the only reason I don't mention names because I don't want to associate people with tarot. You never know who people don't. But I can personally say there's some people who have made some major, very positive impacts on my life. Um, but so I don't even take people when people say stuff about just tarot in general. I don't take any of that stuff personal. But the looking at your cards here, it's like people, whoever these energies are, some energies dragged you dragged you into something. Um, and looking back, something made you get off the fence and enlighten people about something. Here's the Queen of Swords here. Yeah. Something made you get off the fence and enlighten people about something. hmm But it looks like when looking at your cards here, something finally inspired you to finally look at a big picture here. Something had to finally inspire you. So either a friend or somebody who was like family to you finally inspired you to speak up or say something, like put a past behind you or um, speak up and say something. Somebody had to physically show you something or like give you a recording or a picture or something that was done in secret, because that's what the Six of Cups is. Um, Somebody had to show you something to inspire you to do something, but something was done in secret. That's what cups is, water. So water has an affinity with the moon. Something calls somebody to lament, to cry. So Five of Cups is somebody lamenting, but they're across a body of water, right? So Five of Cups is like a person who's a body of water. And so something brought somebody to such a low place that they cried about something. So once you empty something out and somebody is pouring some kind of toxins in, and somebody don't know, for instance, that they are being um, contaminated by, for instance, a master manipulator who wants to lower their worth and their value. And this is something that you have in common with some energies. They don't know that they are being, because there's somebody that inspired you to take some kind of an action, but you don't, somehow you did not realize you were being manipulated to do something. This is why something is now closed out, because looking at the cards, here's the Three of Cups here. Something is now behind you, but people are still talking. People are still talking. You're a mutable sign, and mutable signs usually go along with the flow because somebody was sacrificed here after all the sacrifices were made. So this lets me know that even though something could be closed out as far as two energies are concerned, something is about to come out, and it's major. Something is about to come out. Here's the Two of Cups. hmm Here's the Five of Pentacles here. Because people are now paying attention to something. So that Two of Cups right here falling on this Three of Cups here. People thought something was over. People thought something was behind them, right? But this Two of Cups lets me know that you are soulmates, meaning that you're kindred spirits, like something you have in common with being with energies where people talk about people behind their back, where people feel blindsided by something, right? Where people just create stuff that's not even there. They just create stuff. Once you go and cry to people about stuff, y'all know what I'm saying? Like once you pour it out, right? To a point of just dehydration. That's like you go and cry to somebody about something, and then they pour something into you through your ear gate or eye gate. They say, here, drink this or take that or anything but water, or pour into you in a positive way. Or they can seem like they're being cold towards you, where you have some kind of immediate awakening that could cause you to close out something immediately. Like let's say you say, oh, somebody broke my heart, and somebody, oh, get over it. That could cause you to say, you know what, I don't want to deal with that person. Y'all are a zodiac sign. High vibrational Geminis are a sign that you feel like somebody's being condescending to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And you don't even have to be a Gemini sun, moon, right, sun or moon. If you connect with a Gemini in you and somebody is condescending with you, you'll end it right there. That's what you have in common with someone who is very high vibrational. You're like, okay, emotions aside, condescending, I'm done. That's why something isn't over, because you're realizing these energies um, had no emotion, like for, I want to say, like something about this is what you have in common, like your inner child or something like that. This is what you have in common with somebody, like inner child or something. Yeah. Here's the Ace of Wands here. So yeah. So something has been brewing. Something has been brewing and something is coming to a head. Mm-hmm. Here's the High Priestess. Mm-hmm. And your intuition has been telling you that. Your intuition has been telling you that. Here's a five of yeah, your intuition has been telling you someone was baited into something. Yeah. That your intuition is like, something seems off. Something your intuition been telling you somebody's baited into something, something don't sound right. That's your intuition was telling you from the beginning of something. Somebody was baited into something, something don't sound right. Because you know, somebody knows, you're familiar with whoever these energies are, looking at the cards here. Something about you know how people create stuff. That's why you started out with water, right? And something for you is just heartbreaking. Something is heartbreaking. 3 and 4 is 7. Yeah. hmm Something you know something about. You're familiar with this energy here, this Five of Wands energy, about how they talk about people behind their back. Something about you're familiar with this Five of Wands energy, and how much they talk about people behind their back. Whoever they are, I don't know who they are. So I don't know who they are. You would have to figure that out. So that's something you can pray about. But let's close this out. But that's what I'm saying here. Something has been brewing. Something has been brewing. There's some kind of physical evidence of something is coming out. Look to the stars. hmm So you're just staying focused. You're staying focused, but you're staying away from somebody. There's two energies. One of them succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. The other one was egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. You're keeping your distance. There's something in the physical realm is coming out. Justice. Something is coming out in court. So if somebody misses you, it's time to expand your brand, whatever your brand is. Make room for a new blessing. You have the gift of clairvoyance. You see things clearly. Message from your ancestors. Let go and let God. It's time to heal your wounded warrior. That's your Chiron, by the way. Keep moving forward. You are protected by angels. And you found your star, meaning your 11th house, meaning that your 11th house is really all about your friendships, your community, your goals, your hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, and the future, right? So somebody is definitely moving towards the 11th house. But yeah, something was done by two energies, looks like in court behind someone's back, and something is closing out. But somebody has some physical evidence of something. Of somebody making someone cry, making two people cry. And here we have throat chakra right here, trying to do a throat chakra cleanse because um, something is calling you to speak up and just keep your distance from these energies. So courage and limitless. So let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown and on limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Mm-hmm. All right. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. So throat chakra cleanse connects us with Taurus. And that's obviously the moon moves through Taurus before it is in, before it is in Gemini, right? And then we're gonna have a new moon in Cancer on the 25th. So you are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough now and always. All right. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. Let me see if there's anything else in these cards for you. Let's see if there's anything else, in the cards for you. See if there's anything else in the cards for you. Instant manifestation. Soul and mind working together create a dream in the heart. You have nothing to lose. You carry the dream. Your intention is pure. Be ready to receive whatever you wish. When you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel peace. The world responds to you. Don't give up. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during and after hard times. Keep believing. Rejuvenate yourself. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. And then what's the last one? Trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. That is what I have for you. Hopefully you all have a wonderful week. And that is what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video. Sending lots of love and light. But yeah, back to the questions. Do you feel there's an area of your life in need of radical change, like work, your relationships, well being in your home life? Second question is, what's getting in the way of you changing your story? Third question is, how could you inject more childlike curiosity into your life? And then fourth is, who are the 5 people you can get in touch with who could help you on your journey? Who could help you on your journey? All right, that's what I have for you. See you in the next video.